Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk some H-bar and as what we see going on within Washington in the United States and how Donald Trump is looking to revolutionize the crypto industry, not just within the United States, but globally. I want to talk about H-bar a little bit because right now we have to look at some concerning numbers as we look at kind of the short sellers within H-bar and where that could leave us as a price target and what expectations we have moving forward. So if you guys hold H-bar, welcome back to the channel. Make sure you all like, comment, and subscribe to this video. And if you have not done so, please join us here on the channel, okay? Completely free to do so. All you have to do is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let us know down below in the comments, okay? Now, this is going to be very interesting as we look at the price action overall, and I'm going to pull up the crypto bubbles here very shortly as we discuss this. And the reason why we're going to do that is because of the fact that H-bar has been one of my strongest plays for the intermediate kind of time period. Now, this is something where if you've been watching and when we've been talking about H-bar and kind of what they're bringing to the table, there was 8-9x gains that you could have had. I personally know a couple traders that have had made those gains, okay? But now we look at H-bar kind of ahead of the pack, right? They've significantly had some of the most largest gains and exponential price movements in comparison to other cryptos within that sweet spot that I like to feature here, okay? So when I talk about the sweet spot, those are cryptos between the market caps of 15th and let's say 50, for example, okay? Now, none of this is financial advice. I will never tell you guys to buy or sell a crypto. I just want to kind of allow you guys to understand where my head's at and what I'm thinking within my crypto holdings, okay? So where it stands with H-bar, we need to talk about this because as I pull up the crypto bubbles right now, and this is what we're going to look at before we dive into the H-bar chart, please take a look at this and you can see kind of the overall board for today. Now, this is the top 100 cryptos that we're looking at right here, right now. And as we turn into the focus to H-bar, this is what you're going to see. All right, Hedera ranked 15th now in market cap. And over the past year, moved up 21 spots. So they were just outside the top 35. And for me, guys, that's kind of the range I look for. It's like 15 to 30, 15 to 35. And they were just outside of it. One of my strongest plays that I've had as we've talked about H-bar around 4 cents on the chart. Now, here we are standing at a 25 cents price level right now today. At face value, you're going to look at H-bar and you're going to see, okay, we've had a poor month, down almost 20%. And on the other hand, we can look at the other side of the argument. Now, we could talk about H-bar that has been one of the most outperforming cryptos in the top 100. We could talk about an asset that has rose from 4 cents all the way as high as 35 cents. Now, that's what's going to be important. And as I've talked about H-bar and kind of where Trump's head's at, where we see these assets handling within the United States government. We talk about the Strategic Reserve, World Liberty Financial, talk about kind of what from an ETF standpoint, what technology H-bar brings to the table that the United States government will use. It's all going to play a role. It's all connected, and that's why H-bar is one of my picks for kind of the future of crypto as we know it within the United States. So that's kind of what we have going on. Now, in terms of the price action, we need to look at kind of where we're at and where we're headed. So I'm going to pull up the trading view to show you guys this because, yes, we have dipped below. But if you want to kind of zoom out and talk more from a long-term perspective, okay, this is kind of where we're at. This cluster that you can see right here at the top as we got as low as 25 cents. We wicked down all the way to 17. And then since then, guys, we all know the all-time high that we had at 38 cents in this year and kind of how relevant that is. Not necessarily in comparison to the all-time highs that we've had historically for the duration of this chart in this crypto, okay? And that's where we're going to talk about this level as we look at 47 cents and even when we wicked up as high as 57 cents for H-bar, okay? But that's pretty damn close. Now, this has been a surge that no other crypto really has seen in such a short period of time. There's a reason for that. This is not just something overnight celebrity kind of status that we've gained with an H-bar that caused them to have this massive success and then just all kind of pushed to the side and forgotten about. So where we're at today, I think is very much relative or irrelative for that matter to where we are going. This did not happen. And when I say this, I mean this surge that we had dating back from November of 2024 all the way up until the later part of 2024 as we got into 2025. And I still look at this as being the floor for H-bar. So when we talk about this, guys, 25 cents is right there. And this is kind of where we're at that turning point where now we're going to segue into this article that I want to go over as we look at sellers for H-bar and where they stand today. I think it's all irrelevant as long as we stay above 25 cents. That's just personally where I'm at. Also, I'm going to play devil's advocate and say, if you are an H-bar holder and you were able to buy at the bottom, and that's what we're talking about, 4, 5, 6 cents H-bar, then realize your profits, right? Understand that where we're at today is a significant leg up from where we were coming from, and it's something to be celebrated, not kind of intimidated by, okay? The thought of what I'm about to get into should not be dominating your opinion as FUD, but more so just as a short history of where we've come from, okay? And that's kind of where we're going to get into the argument that short sellers have dominated the H-bar futures as we've eyed 20 cents sub levels in the price. Now, this has been something as we reached that 4-year high at around 41 cents ever so briefly on January 17th. We've been on a steady downtrend, shedding almost 39% of that value. Now, if we risk getting below 20 cents, that's where short traders will dominate the futures market. And this is where Hedera is being seen, okay? As we look at the long and short ratio, you can see right now that we have a ratio that stands below 1 at 0.98, and that's kind of where it highlights a more bearish argument. And this is not FUD, guys. I'm very bullish on H-bar. I'm not calling, you can't call bullshit on me on this one because we were buying H-bar at 4 and 5 cents, okay? Personally, have a lot of stories within people that I know within the community that have had, echoed these sentiments. And it's something where I don't really care if you guys want to FUD me in the comments because you need to know what's going on right now. Because the last thing that I would want to have happen is all of these gains that we've had be erased because you weren't kind of up to date and going on with what's going on in the markets and what's happening with H-bar right now, okay? So as we see this below 1, yes, the bearish indicators are in. That's where a lot of people are betting on the price decline, more bearish sentiment, and a lot of the technical indicators behind H-bar are also backing up these metrics. The Ichimoku cloud is something on a daily chart that indicates poor demand and a downward momentum. I think that what's happening, though, and what you have to understand is there is something to talk about within the weak buying pressure within H-bar, okay? And the reason why, which I'm going to get into in terms of my personal opinion. And if you're still watching this, guys, hope you guys are all enjoying this video. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We do talk H-bar a lot on this channel, including all your favorite cryptos. All right, but the reason why is there's weak buying pressure, and you can accompany that with a lot of the metrics, and yeah, we can quantify it with TA and talk about the MACD and how that we're below this at the time that I'm making this video, okay, and that the sell-offs are mounting. But I think what's really going on here is that we're having a little bit of a transition into not just the old typical Solana meme coin hysteria that we've had because H-bar was having extreme success during that time period. This is more so, I think, what happened within kind of the Trump mania. Trump token comes about, sucks all the liquidity away from altcoins and away from Bitcoin. Then Bitcoin drops to 94. We've had the tariff wars ongoing. There's a lot of macro that's really influencing the charts right now, and there's just so many altcoins to pick from that I think a lot of traders are starting to get a little flustered. And what I mean by that is it's not just the traditional, okay, you wake up, you look at your portfolio, you see what crypto assets you're divulged in, and then from there you can keep on the path that you're going and trust the process. There's a lot more to the conversation now because we quite frankly don't know what's coming, okay? But to put it all in a summation, if you're going to bet big on crypto, you're going to bet big on Trump, David Sachs, and what the American-made cryptos are going to bring to the table, then H-bar should not be victim to what we're seeing within these short sellers, okay? I think right now we just have a little bit of intermediate time period kind of frustration, if you will. I don't think people really know what the market is right now. And I think that's very much echoed with the fact that we saw a Trump token come into the ballgame, turn themselves into a top 15 crypto, billions of dollars of liquidity, and then just poof, into thin air, and they're now dropped below $20 on the charts. And then here we're left with a trade war and ongoing macro issues. We have the Gaza news that's coming about, and right rightfully so, I think that a lot of traders should be panicked because crypto is a very volatile sport. I think if you are trading crypto, you're fully aware of that, but it's something that not only should you be aware of it, you should know what to do with it. So if you're going to trade based off of these macro news bulletins and buy the rumor, sell the news events that we do get pretty much within what's happening every single day as Trump has taken office, then you need to be prepared to kind of withstand the losses as well as the gains, because if HBAR were to drop below 20 cents on the chart, I think that would present a lot of traders with buying opportunities, and we would see this sentiment shift. So it's kind of where I'm at, and it's kind of in summation what I wanted to bring to you guys was a video not just saying that, yes, the short sellers are in, the panic is in, the demand for HBAR is down, but I want to kind of allude to the fact that HBAR shouldn't even be here in the first place because of the outward support that they've gotten in such a short period of time. It's a little bit overdue for a correction. And I think that if we look for what they're going to bring to the table long term within the United States, there's no reason other to be bullish on HBAR, in my opinion. It's in my short list of American-made cryptos that I'm really kind of weighing heavily in on. And that's kind of where I stand today. So unless we get some unforeseen global conflict, war, or some kind of crazy stuff happening at the top from the presidential office, I really don't have a reason not to be bullish on HBAR, and I'm going to take these short sellers with a grain of salt. So that's where I stand today. We'll see if some buying opportunities do present themselves, but HBAR, if we do get that conversation come to light where we drop below 20 cents, I'll definitely be buying some HBAR because I think that's something where, me personally, as much as I bought at the bottom, I think that's something where we couple that with the argument that we did miss out on a lot of opportunities to dollar cost average our way up due to the suddenness of the surge that we saw within all of the inflow to HBAR in the first place. Okay, so that's kind of what I have going on for you guys in this video. Let me know down below in the comments, what do you guys think? Are you scared of the short sellers? Are you panicked? Is this something where it's going to have a lot of fear, where you're thinking about selling? Are you waiting for an exit opportunity? I want to know kind of all your thoughts down below, okay? I appreciate you guys all tuning in. We will have continuous updates following all the topics within crypto right here on the channel. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Cheers.